Hi, this is Donald here, and this is some discussion about my cardiac rehabilitation class and how my recovery is going. Just as a brief review, I'm 28 years old, had a surprise open heart surgery for a valve replacement and a Bentall procedure, which is kind of replacing the artery a bit. I also had my aortic root replaced. I always knew I needed to have surgery. I had a congenital disease, but still, it was a big surprise to me. And I had my surgery about 4 months ago at the beginning of August, and I started my cardiac rehab class at the end of September, so about 2 months after my surgery. Prior to starting rehab, I was walking at a brisk pace for about an hour and a half each day, and I was recovering very quickly. Not everyone, even young people, recover quickly, but I was quite fortunate to not have any complications where I was recovering really nicely. So what is cardiac rehab? Cardiac rehab is a monitored exercise program and education program. What happens is I go into the hospital about 3 times a week. Sometimes I get weighed, but generally I attach a heart rate / heart rhythm monitor, which has 3 cords, and you kind of have these pads, you tape them onto you. Then I get my blood pressure taken at the beginning, middle, and end of the class. And there's also a little bit of an educational portion of the class where we go through heart health and exercise health and medicines and that kind of stuff. Myself, I quickly got going, actually. I started out on the treadmill. I would walk on an incline pretty briskly, but it was pretty easy. My heart rate didn't go up too much. So I quickly got onto the elliptical, and I gradually increased my incline and my speed on it for about a month. Pretty soon, I was working out and getting a good sweat. Like I was sweating quite a bit. And it's kind of surprising because you see all sorts of people at the rehab. Not everybody is healthy. Some people even struggle with walking. They have walkers. They need a cane. And some people who are older are in good shape, and some people that are younger are in terrible shape. Many people have diabetes, and most people are a little bit overweight, but not everybody. And some people are younger, like 30s, 40s, or 50s. I haven't seen anybody quite as young as me, but I'm sure it's happened before. I did find it surprising how many people come, but they don't really seem, this is my judgment, I guess, right? They don't seem like they're really trying that hard, or no, that sounds a little bit bad. They don't seem like they're pushing themselves as much as they're not taking advantage of the class, let me say it that way. Because a lot of people, they kind of dress in slippers or jeans and a jacket, and they're trying not to sweat or work out too hard, right? And they kind of have to get pushed. They kind of get comfortable doing something that's a little tiny bit, but nothing more than that. But at the same time, there's a lot of older people, so maybe it's just different exercising when you're older, right? I don't want to sound too much like I don't want to be too judgy. For myself, I go in exercise clothes, and I'm really going there to actually exert myself and try my best and not kill myself, but to sweat. I want to get a good workout in. Overall, my physical energy has increased a lot, and I don't feel so sleepy like a koala all the time. Exercise really does have a lot of benefits, not just growing muscles and looking muscular. More energy, better sleep, your mind is clear, easier to wake up in the morning. It's just so many benefits, better mental health. Probably my favorite activity at the rehab is lifting weights. We only lift very light weights, of course, but it's really nice to gain confidence back in my body and slowly get the strength to do a push-up again and things like that. The only annoying thing is that it is still COVID, so I have to wear a mask while I'm exercising. And if you're sweaty and it's hot, there aren't any distractions, no fans, the windows are all closed, it gets hot. It's a little annoying sometimes, but that's just a trivial thing, all things considered. Lastly, it's been about 4 months since my surgery, and my scar is healing nicely. I can pretty much do anything I want. Since prior to my surgery, I can lift things. I'm not going to lift something crazy heavy or anything, but I can exercise. I went on vacation to Mexico. The scar is healing nicely. I put scar gel on it and sunscreen and pretty much keep it covered 24/7. And I hope to have a pretty much invisible scar by the summer of next year, but we'll see what happens. Overall, cardiac rehab has been a really good program. And really, prior to joining rehab and prior to the surgery, actually, I researched cardiac rehab, and it was actually a very positive effect on long-term outcome, including like increased lifespan. And after doing it, I can vouch for it. If you do cardiac rehab and really try, it'll be a very positive experience. At least it has been for me. And those are my thoughts on my cardiac rehabilitation. Everybody's different, but hopefully this helps some people that are younger like me and gives them some hope in the future. Thanks.